Okay. So it's so
A's
good to
for
see you.
horses.
You are so proper. I just have to be so proper with you.
What do you mean?
You're like, hey, it's for horses.
J's for jacks.
Where are my manners? I get it. I understand. I actually want to do a show on teaching people manners and teaching people ethics and like teaching people how to be civil humans. I think that's very important in this day and age. Like we have to do that, especially after Astroworld, after Congress, the way that they act. We need to teach basics, the bare minimum of human behavior, of rights and freedom.
I don't think that's possible. I mean, you have the Republicans making fun of AOC with some animation.
Man, it sounded terrible. It sounded
so
I like to kill her. To kill her, really?
They took Attack of the Titans anime and put everybody's faces on there, and it's like, how old are you guys? Like, it
but
doesn't.
Didn't they try to kill him?
Maturity doesn't. There's no age for immaturity. There's no ceiling.
Yeah, it's really not, because there's 60s and 70s.
Yeah, and then they go, oh, it's just an animation. Like, dude,
right? What's his name?
No shit, but still, like, nobody
Gozar, that's who it is.
And nobody expects like politicians or whatever to do that. And just because you put AOC, why? Because she's trying to help change the world, like,
right. Trump ushered in a whole lot of arrogance and blatant disrespect.
And immaturity. I remember, like, when he was on stage. He was on a stage one time, and he thought somebody threw something. And he turned around, like he was going to smack him or something. I'm like, what? Like, I mean, it was kind of gangster, but I was just like, dude, like,
we already know.
That's crazy.
We already know. I mean,
he's throwing like toilet paper to like Puerto Ricans. Like, who does that, man? That's like so far left, like non-gentleman.
And still is out here getting away with so much recklessness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's an idiot. And he encouraged and manufactured other idiots. And now it's like the whole playing field is the playground. It's like full of immature idiots who make too much money.
Yeah.
And it's not enough.
Right. And just motivated by hate and evil. Sorry.
Some people want to see the city burn. They want to see it.
So what's the option? Okay, if you burn the city, then what happens? You burn the city, then what happens to people?
They're in another city though, so they don't care. Right? They're watching it burn. They're watching it burn from their ivory towers. You know what I mean? That's why castles are so high, so they can look down on the people, right? Mm-hmm. So if the city burns, it's not touching me. I'm in my castle, with walls. You guys are burning your huts. You know what I mean? Your farms, your whatever, your backyard.
Yeah, but that just shows us why they shouldn't have power, because they abuse power. Government's supposed to take care of the people, and they're just out here being gangsters. Like,
there you go.
That's just where we're at. Sorry, folks. Yeah. I hate to bring it to you, but
they know that. Everybody knows that.
I don't think everybody knows that.
I think everybody knows that. I think they want to live in fantasy world, fantasy land, but
But so many people support like Trump values and viewpoints, like just on forums that I see, like people really support what he's doing, and be like, whenever Biden does something, they're like, oh, we should have had Trump whenever he does a mandate for vaccines or whatever.
Biden could
not reducing loans and not,
Biden could do something for them and they'll be like, oh, Biden's trying to help us. Should have voted for Trump.
Right.
Trump's my president. Oh, they're trying to give me free Medicare.
Yeah.
Whatever, Biden.
People be like, don't you guys wish Trump was back? No, absolutely don't. Do you guys know we would have no country if Trump was still here?
Trump gave a lot of people PTSD, man. That's why people watched him, because they wanted to see the next move so they wouldn't have to hear it later.
Trump, yeah, like
they want to hear it when it happens so they don't get like depressed later. They would get depressed now or see it in real time so they don't have to like wait for the bad news.
yeah, because Trump's presidency definitely started off a lot of mental health issues in America.
Yeah, and then when he lost, like the people in the streets, I mean, it's funny, when he won, people were in the streets, and when he lost, people were in the streets. Both different attitudes,
Viewpoints.
different emotions.
Yeah, and the insurrection went a little too far, buddies. You guys went too far. You're trying to take over the government. Like, that was crazy.
When he lost, Pharrell's Happy came on. Because I'm happy.
Man, everybody thought it was just, I mean, it was a good thing to know that transition of power was happening, but
he
didn't even do that right. Yeah, but he didn't even do that right. So it was just chaos. Like when you do the transition of power, like he didn't concede. Right. How do you not concede? Like
he's not a gentleman. He's not a gentleman.
He's unprecedented.
Who's that brother who passed away?
I heard that word 836 times last year.
Who's the guy who died during his thing? I hate that. Oh, he didn't go to McCain's funeral. He didn't go to John Lewis's funeral just because John Lewis was against. It's just, he's just not a gentleman.
He was, and he wasn't invited to the other stuff.
I know, but it's like, you're the president, like you need to show up to these things, and he's like, well, he didn't support me.
No, the things that he was able, right? So the things he was able to do, he didn't show up ever.
So,
because I knew he wouldn't. They were like, oh, we don't have to not invite him. He's not going to come. They already know. You know, they already know who that guy is. So, but I think that definitely ushered in like depression and just, you know, a lot
of people on Adderall during the 4 years.
The what? The what?
A lot of people on Adderall for 4 years. Dang. Adderall and Ritalin and Oxycontin. Yeah. All the drugs. Weed went up, everything.
He definitely ushered in some terrible stuff, like the virus, the state of, the virus is global. You know what I'm saying? It was going to come to America, but the only thing that's different with America, you guys, is that our numbers are in the hundreds of thousands and millions.
Well,
and we're a first world, and you know what I mean? Yes, we have a lot of people.
Not only that, but like he also gave us false information.
Right.
And false hope. And you know.
I mean, but it could have been, and that messed everything up. That started the divide of masks, vaccines, everything.
Like he conceded at the last minute instead of, I think it would have been different if we'd be like, okay, let's prepare, put masks on, don't use bleach, don't use this, don't use that, just wait for the scientists to figure it out.
Bleach? Your president told you guys to drink bleach.
And they still on his side. It's like saying your autistic son, started a fire, and then you're sticking up for him.
And some people did it.
He's autistic. It's okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's told us to drink bleach. And then he gets COVID. And then
he's like,
take that vaccine.
Yeah,
I took the vaccine, did everything. You gotta take the vaccine.
Who, him?
And you guys still don't take the vaccine.
Oh yeah, they booed him. Didn't they boo him?
They little bit. Somebody in the corner, like 10 people, because he changed his mind, and they're like, People are lambs. People are like, what do you call those? The lepers. Just follow whoever in the front. Like people
Mhm.
don't have their own minds, man. It's incredible. It's incredible how people are just like followers.
Yeah. I
Too
mean,
lazy to do your own research, too lazy to listen, or too deaf to listen, too hard headed to listen. It's just we're gonna die. We're gonna die
eh,
because idiots aren't listening.
eh, yeah. And I think that's what makes people very, right now, honestly, we're just in a time where a lot of people are depressed. And like we said, we named a few things that is happening, politically, but just on interpersonal levels, like people are losing their jobs, people are having to decide if they want to get vaccinated, because we're very passionate about getting vaccinated and other people are very passionate about not getting vaccinated, and that's causing a lot of stress in our society. you know
Yeah,
that's
lots
a
of weed, lots of alcohol rising. Like put your stocks in in cannabis and alcohol. Invest. It's
Yeah.
rising. It's right. It's gonna
Yeah.
rise
I saw
more.
an article today about fentanyl is killing more people in Sacramento than homicides right now. Like people are
Damn.
on opioids, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's a real situation out here. And people are even saying some community centers are giving away Narcan, so that if you're in an environment and somebody you know ODs or whatever, you have it, just to keep,
Yeah.
like, we're at that place where they're like back in the day they were giving people condoms at parties,
Now they giving Narcan at parties.
or you know what I mean, they're providing it because it's that big of a deal, like people are gonna do drugs and people are doing opioids, and it's
Well, at least
killing,
they care.
yeah, and it's killing kids everywhere. So but we have to ask, why are people doing drugs?
I mean, if this ain't population control, I don't know what is. Like
But
Trump to
people are
Trump to COVID to fentanyl and opioid.
Yeah, like people are like, oh, survival of the fittest. Well, yeah, like a lot of you people out here being reckless and making poor decisions, you're finding, like, I don't know, people are weeding themselves out.
Yeah, they're filtering themselves. Like,
Yeah, it's nobody
I'm
else.
cool.
It's your own personal decisions.
So how would you handle? How are you handling depression, or how did you or do you? Are you
Mm,
like would you take not fentanyl, but do you find yourself smoking more or drinking more? Like what?
no.
How does Stacey handle depression if you had depression?
Right, right, right. And plus everybody goes through really bad days, you know what I mean? And when you have consecutive bad days, it could develop into a depressive state, you know? And
So
you have to, you have to nip it in the bud, like, but I mean, there's so many traumatic things that hit people back to back to back, and people don't know how to handle that. And everybody's seeking something to learn how to handle these situations, and it looks different for everybody. It looks it looks different, but um for me, I definitely, if because like today was a tough day, and just got some bad news, but it's starting to work out right now, so that's good. And it's just, you want to have somebody to talk to, so usually I'll reach out, and my good friend was available today and we just talked. And then I tap into things that I love, like this podcast. Do something that's gonna keep me on my purpose and focused. But Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's so many different things that you have to force yourself to do just to stay emotionally balanced. Like I'm at that place now, like where I'm trying to just master peace. So
That's dope.
I just choose to make the right decisions. I don't know. I just,
I mean, what's the right decision is? I mean, let's say
that are healthy for me, like.
So weed is not healthy?
No, I mean, that's one thing that, you tap into. I personally am trying to use weed more like medicinally. So like if I have a headache or if I'm nauseous or, anxiety, then I will smoke it, but I don't smoke like every day like I used to. And I think that when people do something not in moderation or like overindulge in it, I feel like that could have negative effects on your depressive state and it's harder to get out, So you
It's
just have
called
to
abuse.
know. Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. And yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I could smoke blunts all day long, but once you get older, you just know that that's not healthy. It's you're not as productive. And you know how to use it, like, because it's a gift. Like weed is a healing plant, you know? I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
I
don't think
agree.
we should abuse that, and that abuse keeps you in a depressive state. So I just try to do things that don't keep me sad. And I know the chemical makeup of my body, like what my cells like, you know what I mean? It's just a deeper understanding of yourself. You really need to understand what makes you feel good and then chase that. That's how I get out of a depressive state, I guess. I
So
was
just
like
talk it
hella,
out, like
yeah,
vent out your frustrations to somebody.
yeah.
Do
Talk to
something
people.
creative. Have an outlet
Yep.
to get out that energy, that active energy.
Yeah. Because I could be laying in the bed right now. It's sad, but what's that gonna do?
That's true. Yeah,
But sometimes certain situations you have to be there for a day or two or whatever, but you can't stay there. That's the key to get out of depression for me, is to not stay in that place and choose to get better, choose hope, choose, for me, faith. Definitely tapped into that. Like that's what makes me feel good when I journal, when I pray, when I meditate, when I work out, when I eat right. It's all worship to God. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
because I feel like there's been hella times like in life, like everybody goes through really bad times. So by now it's like you got to figure out how to heal. Like healing. People need to learn to heal. That helps when you learn to heal your mental state, you heal your heart, um, all that. You know what I mean? Heal your heart, you heal your thoughts, you'll feel better, you'll move better, you'll be thankful, you have gratitude, like so many things.
Yeah, I believe in meditation rather than laying up in the in the bed. Even though when
But
you are
yeah,
laying in the bed, you are like thinking, but you're not. You're. It's more like in a. It's not like an
a
active state.
self-pity. It's a self-pity.
Yeah, you're thinking about regret and blah blah blah, and I shoulda coulda woulda. But when you meditate, you it's more like an analyzing. Like, okay, we understand what happened. I understand why I feel this way, and I understand that it's negative and it's affecting my actions and my way of life. So now, how what can I do to get over that? What do I need to do? Oh, I need to do a podcast. I need to start writing more. I need to make more phone calls to people I haven't talked to in a while and make attempts. I need to go out and run I need to jog. I need to be active, ride my bike. You know what I'm saying? Because riding your bike can be meditative too, even though you got to watch out for the cars. But you can you can find a trail to find or whatever and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like any state, anything you do that puts you in a consecutive mental state of like action, it, your depression will dampen every minute, every second. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage everybody to do like exercise or
Yeah.
stuff like that. Not don't eat, don't smoke so much, don't drink. Definitely don't drink. Don't lay up in the bed like when
Yeah.
I was depressed and I laid up in the bed. I was just like the third day, I was like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, I need to get up and get out and get something. You know what I'm saying? The days of the world pass you by, and I got up and I started writing. I started making music. I got like 3 albums done. So it's like, I gotta get. That's how I got out of my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I lay up, it's just gonna be all negative. It's all negative. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And I was drinking wine which is not bad, but I was drinking wine every day, which makes me sleepy. So I was getting nothing done. I just work, come home, maybe watch Netflix, drinking wine, go to sleep. I was gonna sleep early because I didn't want to face. I just wanted to get everything done, and the days went by so fast. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing, dude.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I could feel that. Like maybe if you do just some people lay down and I don't know, just if you get in the bed, lay down and go to sleep,
No,
or
but nobody does that.
yeah, like don't just
You're
sit
drinking
there.
wine.
Yeah, don't
People are
just
sitting there laying down,
yeah, like
staring
don't
at the
think
ceiling.
yeah, don't let it overtake your thoughts. Like you have to stop it. You have to change your thoughts about whatever it is. And the only way you can change your thoughts is if you have a guide or a moral compass or some source to tap into. I don't know. I feel like other than yourself, you know what I mean? Because yourself, you can only do so much. Like in those situations, certain things you don't know how to handle. So for me, I have to give it to God because it'll drive me crazy if I have to just let something continually go through my brain. You know what I mean? And that's what causes anxiety, worry.
Yeah.
And like in the Bible, worry, there's so many scriptures about worry, and how to get over it. So God already knew what we were up against in this life that went haywire.
Yeah. And if you're not religious like me, I tap more into the meditative side of it. And I do think that we can depend on ourselves because I feel like when people say God, like you say God, to me, that's your inner self saying you can do this, you can get out of it. That's yourself putting yourself away. And it's a different kind of like mind state, you know what I'm saying? And I see it that being found through like meditation, you find like an inner peace in yourself. And to me, that's like God, you know what I'm saying? That's your inner like spirit saying you had this, man. Like you're going through this, your friend died, or you lost money, or you lost your job,
Absolutely.
or the
Absolutely.
pandemic. Like this, you got it, man. Like let's get out, let's go. Because everybody has that epiphany, right? Like some people will say that's God, that's Jesus or whatever, and that's cool as Buddha, whatever you worship. And then other people like me that I said, yo, what am I doing? I'm like, it's been 3 days. Like I haven't done anything. And I'm moping around. This ain't me. Like, this ain't
Mhm.
me. Let's go. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? And if we gotta pull ourselves from our bootstraps and get work done. Now, some of us ain't creative, like me and Stacey. So you don't, maybe you want to go, maybe you want to find religion. Maybe you want to find, whatever religion it is. Maybe you want to go to Barnes or Google and research depression. There's a lot of channels on YouTube about depression and why we get it and how to handle it and get out of it, day by day, whether it's, I mean, Adderall, weed, ride your bike, eating, all the good and bad habits that we as humans endure.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
fine.
Eat good food. Ooh.
You're gonna go through eat, you might eat bad food. You might eat donuts 3 days in a row and
Yeah.
feel
But you
heavy
can't
at the third day.
yeah, you can't stay there if you do
But you
that.
can't
Like,
stay there. Yeah, you can't stay there. But there's like steps. To me, it's like you gotta go through this journey to get to where you need to go. I
yeah,
had
until
to
you get
like be like,
exhausted.
yo, I'm eating donuts 3 days in a row. It's not cool. Like I feel heavy. I don't like how it feels. We gotta stop. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you'll
saying? I'm getting
learn
kind
how
of
to
pudgy too. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Get a little wiggle in the middle.
right.
That's not cool.
Exactly.
So
A
it's like you
donut,
gotta,
that's going straight to my belly.
yeah,
It's
that's
gonna be
going
like
straight to my
that
earlobe,
sugar. Yeah.
going straight
Yeah.
to my neck. my
Yeah.
my glucose is gonna go crazy. But
Crazy.
so
Jumping.
you just gotta find you. What I'm trying to say is it's okay to go through negative stuff. Like I did Adderall for a minute because I didn't know what else to do. I was in bad shape, but I didn't like how it made me feel at the end of the day. So after doing that for a long time, I was like, I gotta stop. And when I got off of that, I went to wine, but at least I got off of that, what I'm saying, kind of cold turkey. But I now I know how it feels. Like if I didn't know how I felt, I still would have been thinking in my mind, man, maybe I should take Adderall. Like we all go through negative steps to get to where we need to go. It's just we're just learning. We're all babies, man. We're still learning. You know what I'm saying? Like don't feel like if you gain like 20 pounds because you were eating like crazy because you were depressed. Like, okay, cool. You did that. Now whether it was God or your inner self, you're like, okay, I need to stop and get out of this. I need to push myself to get out of this. Well, he's saying don't do this, or whatever you believe in Shiva saying, get out of it. You get out of it, and then you do your thing. You go on a more positive, productive path to where you're going. If you're not creative, cool, write something. If you're not don't want to write, you
Or
read
learn
something.
something. Get a
Learn
hobby.
something. Learn to exercise. Do bow and arrow stuff. There's a lot of places in any city.
Archery?
People,
Okay. I
yeah,
see
archery.
archery.
A lot of people are there's a lot of program like meetup.com and stuff like that. There's a lot of other people are in the same in the same predicament and they want to do something. Go walk your dog, go get a dog, go get a cat. Focus on that.
I
Take up
know.
a hobby, go paint. Go learn how to paint. You can't
Yeah.
draw, go learn how to draw. You want
YouTube
to do
has
poetry, go to
videos.
poetry.
Yeah,
Huh?
YouTube will teach you how to do all that.
I know, but yeah, that's cool too. But also would do it with people. I think doing it with people
Yeah, the
is
meetups. Yeah.
yeah. Buy a camera, use it. Like use your phone. Take good pic. Go outside.
Yeah.
Go to a park. Take pictures. You know what I'm saying? Go to the beach. And sit on the beach and vibe out. You know what I'm saying? Read a
Vibes.
book. I suggest reading or audiobooks all the time because you need to. It's always good to learn somebody else's point of view, somebody else's religion, somebody else's
your
way of
mind.
life.
Yes.
Expand your mind. Yeah, be open. You know what I'm saying? Because life is too short to be so closed-minded to have learn one way of living. It's not.
Yeah.
You got to think like you're the way you are right now because of demographics. But if we lived in China, we would be thinking another way and probably Buddhist or something. And, hopefully we'd be thinking the same way. Like, oh, this has to be more out there. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're just the way you are because of your parents and demographics or whoever raised you. So it's like, there's so much out there, man. So, go travel if you can,
Yeah.
By yourself.
Yeah. Cause that inspiration, I think humans, we need inspiration and like hope, and traveling does that. Traveling and just even going to a museum, maybe just do
That's my
something.
favorite.
Yeah, like it's really a
gallery,
different
vibe.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. Go to a lake, walk around a lake, like really. Like treat yourself to some great experiences. Like for me, I think my greatest, a wonderful time was camping on the beach, directly on the beach in Malibu. So you're in a tent, maybe feet from the beach, camping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You bring food.
You could do that on the Malibu?
Huh?
You could do that on the Malibu Beach?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I know there's a beach over there that they have pits.
Oh, I don't want to give my spot away, but maybe I should.
No, they're already there. There's pits at not Malibu, but past Malibu. There's like a beach that it's made for people to. They have pits there. It's made for people to camp, and you have to like rent out you have to like not rent out, but what do you call it? Save the spot for yourself.
Yeah.
Then,
Okay, now let me share. I'm being selfish. It's God created it. Leo Carrillo State Beach. Woo! Make reservations. Go.
Yeah.
We drop non-perishable goods on this show.
I'm sure
that's
if you
gonna
live
last
over
a
there,
while.
people know that.
Oh, another really fun thing that will just inspire you. ATV, Pismo Beach dunes. That's great.
I did that. I don't know where I did that, but I did that. And that's fun as fudge.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know.
Go hiking, go hiking and go through the caves. There's caves out here. There's like waterfalls. There's like so many hiking spots. And I'm in LA.
Yeah.
But, there's so many hiking spots out here. It's
I didn't do the LA waterfalls. I'm sad about that. Never did LA waterfall.
A few years ago. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
In Pasadena?
Yeah. Yep.
I know the spots. I'm trying to tell you.
It's crazy because it's like right there down the street. It's like nothing. It's like just walk, hop, skip, and a jump away. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. My friend brought her dog. It was cool.
Yeah, no, I love where you live.
And it's funny because like people go there all the time. So it's like regular people, like, you know what I'm saying, just walking trail after work. They go over there, go walk, go back home. It's like
so it's not a hard hike then.
No.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
it's just, you can make it a hard hike.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because there's spots. It's like, have you ever gone to the Hollywood sign?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you go to the Hollywood sign, there's spots where you can make it harder. There's a trail, but it's very a faint trail because nobody does it because it's so hard. And then there's like a hill for people who want to do like scary shit. Anybody could do that, but I just go behind the sign, take my pictures, and then bounce back down. I'm not trying to do nothing extra.
Wait, no, look, I actually hiked to the Hollywood side.
Yeah.
But we were on another mountain. We were at the Griffith Park Mountain, fool. We were at the Griffith Park Mountain, and we hiked from the Griffith Park Mountain, which is like a little bit like, you could see it from where it is. You could see the Hollywood sign, but we hiked the back roads or whatever to the other side. Oh my gosh, I just remembered that. That was crazy. I've done some, that was crazy. But we made it. We made it.
Yeah, I won't do that, but I think people should do that. I came from the neighborhood.
What were we thinking? Yeah, no, that was crazy. That was
as long as there's trails, like I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Yeah, no, it was some kind of trail, but it was like off the beaten path. But it's a trail that people take.
And there's a bunch of them. Yeah, there's a bunch of those.
And we made it. That's nothing. I used to hike Runyon with the football team. I was practicing with the football team out here. And we used to hike that trail, and we would hike the mountain, like one little slip, gone.
Yeah, I'm good. When I did Runyon, I did those steps. I did those steps going up nonstop.
Kenneth Hahn?
No, Runyon. What's Kenneth Hahn?
Oh, the Baldwin Hills. Overlook?
No, Runyon. I did Runyon. It's Runyon.
Oh.
No. I know what you're talking about. If Runyon, there's like these dilapidated steps that.
Yeah, it's on the other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the other side.
That hike right there, that's a cool hike though. I would call that a hike. That's
a horrible thing to do when you're a novice. And I did that I went there by myself, and I went there and I went up nonstop. And I kid you not, there's a bench there when you get up there. There's a bench there. I just laid up on that bench. I was about to throw up. I was there for like 20 minutes. I could not move.
Dang.
Then I went down the other way. I was like, I'm not going back down there. But yeah, that's crazy. But I wonder, like, I wish I would have I wish every day I can go there and do those steps though. I think I'd have some nice Chris Hemsworth legs.
Right. Wearing
Captain America, Captain America legs.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So that's how I handle my depression. I just walk up steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw up.
But it's easier said than done. But
as long as you do it, you're on the right path. Like don't worry about that part. Just do it. Like Nike.
And if you know, like sometimes we fall, we don't, but you got to just keep getting back up. It's all about keep getting back up. And
it's kind of like the guy who, like the musician that never makes it, right? Okay, if let's say you're a guitar player, you play like what's that brother's name? Santana, right? But you never get picked up, you never get noticed. You've been in like 20 bands, they've all been deflated. They all get because of egos or time or whatever. You never quite make it. Then you get into a depressive state. But then you think, you meditate, whatever you do. What else can you do with that talent? Well, you can teach. You can teach. You can still come out with music. There's Bandcamp now. There's SoundCloud. You might not have a label behind you, but you can still make music. You could work, get into the studio, or just have a laptop and do it right here. It doesn't have to be perfect. People are releasing music all the time that's not mixed down, which drives me crazy, but people are still doing it. And you can write your own music, teach guitar, work at the guitar center. You could have a YouTube channel playing other people's music and teaching people how to play the songs. I follow at least 3 people, 3 guitarists and 2 keyboard piano players who do covers, and those are always fun to do. Those are always fun to watch those guys do their thing, and they're very talented. So it's like, so what? You're not Santana. Like, okay, cool. There's other options. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to start doing. I should have started last year, but teaching myself, chords and music theory so I can make my beats better.
Yeah, I always advise producers to do that and not get that drip stupid program or any program that makes you drag and drop a chord here. That's so much cheating.
What, Fruity Loops? Like a Fruity Loops?
No, not Fruity Loops. Drip. It's called Drip.
Oh, Drip.
I see it advertised all the time.
Oh, are you talking about like Kanye's thing that you get stems and then you can drop it into different?
These programs give you chords, and then you take that one chord, like you take a G major, you put it in like whatever, like a module, and then you could alter that on the keyboard or on your, like on your laptop keyboard, and you could change the octave or add a note or take a note out. You know what I mean? Or it's not, instead of you getting a MIDI controller and playing the keys on your own, you're just I'm taking, just like I said, G major or C major chord, which is just like four keys, put it in, and then it'll do it. You could do the progression off the screen. I think that's cheating, and you're never going to learn. You're never going to learn music theory. You're never going to learn how to play. People want fast everything now. It's like drug dealer mentalities.
Yeah.
People don't want to take the time to learn.
They're making it easier. Yeah, but I think you're losing something. But they are. I mean, did we lose cursive or handwriting since we have keyboards? You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
did we learn handwriting? Yeah.
Like it's. People are saying it's a lost art. A lot of people probably maybe don't. I mean, we have but I guess in school they do that. But I don't know. I just feel like they do make things maybe better that don't inhibit our growth. But I think it is important to know music theory for sure.
Yeah, I was like watching
or DJing.
I was watching some like channel, and this guy I forgot his name, Some producer was like, yeah, making a beat in like 5 minutes. That's not impressive. And then like the beat is like sounds like everything else. But that's what's hitting right now. You know what I mean?
Or whatever.
Nobody cares. I mean, except for Silk Sonic.
Oh,
today's music and
but
the
even
internet,
but their topics are always so pop culture, you know, like smoking out the window, like, you know, the girl was.
But the music isn't though. And if you do compare it to the sound that they're using back then, they were kind of doing the same thing. They're just but less vulgar. Because they're kind of vulgar. They're vulgar. You know what I mean? Like back then they were saying the same thing, just more nice.
Yeah, it was all smoothed out.
Yeah, it was very smooth. They're not smooth. Silk Sonic's not smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like back then, you know, with the OJs and
it was more poetic.
The Delphonics and yeah.
Baby.
So I mean, nobody's cursing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Nobody's saying like every song I listen to on the radio or whatever, it's about sucking pee-pee.
Or for the girls.
Or you know what I mean? Guys are always talking about it, like having a girl.
Oh, because we love it.
Suck my dick, blah, 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 like every song. And then, but a lot of these songs have the same reoccurring themes. And it's
but you guys are listening to it.
I know, and that's doing something to the people too. That's making that's a whole other story.
The kids are listening to it, and
like
it's hypnotic.
Yeah, like
it's like the Astro World crowd. They were hypnotized. They couldn't help other people. They're so hypnotized. They're jumping up and down. If I was in the crowd, I was standing next to Stacey, I would lose Stacey after the bass drop.
Right.
She'd be way down, 20 people away from me, because we're just hypnotized by the same words, the same beats.
Yeah.
The bass drop, we're all jumping up and down, because if you don't jump with us, you will get trampled.
It must have been a lot of men there, a lot of testosterone, and you know what I mean? Maybe I don't know. Women
got the same energy. That's why they so loud and all about money now and stuff.
Yeah, their level,
because you have a hypnotized. Yeah, the hypnotized words, hypnotized beats. It's just, they're just hypnotized.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Think for themselves.
I need a better video to see like how people were falling. Like you guys were pushing, like people in the back or in the middle or wherever they were pushing, or people were like passing out and in different areas of the crowd, you know what I mean? And it was pushing some people this way, and it was so many people, you know what I mean? And shot off little, based on what that one doctor was saying.
Yeah, like imagine
behind it. Or
imagine if you're like sardines, right?
Yeah.
And then when that bass drop or whatever, and then Travis is jumping, and then you jump too. Now imagine if you're like tired, you're about to throw up, you don't have any strength anymore, you can't.
You're on the ground
for nothing. You're leaning on some guy who you don't know, who doesn't give a fuck about your welfare. So the bass drop, he jumping up and down. Your support is now gone. You're down on the ground.
But they're jumping on you. But they're jumping.
That dude is jumping on top of you, and he doesn't care.
But why? That's problematic for me.
He doesn't care.
But how does he not care? What? He's hypnotized? Does he? Because
the energy. He's like, okay, I know I'm stepping on somebody, but if I don't jump, I'm gonna get stomped on too. So. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody has to do the same thing, or they're going to get lost, and nobody wants to lose their place because they probably got a good spot or whatever, or they probably can't even move. That's the next part of it.
You're like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then imagine again.
And if you fall, you're smashed.
You're done. You're done. Nobody's gonna be, because the music, you're already hype off the music. Nobody's gonna be like, hey. Like, no.
And
We are
and
hypnotized already. We're done. We're
right.
gone.
Yeah, because they're not at this point, they're not even partying really. They're under a trance. They're just
We're like lemurs. We're all lemurs. Now we're all jumping up and down.
that's
Now we're
crazy.
swaying. Now we're going like this. Now we're shaking our titties. Like we're going like this. We're doing whatever he tells us to do. You know what I mean? It's a wrap. Somebody said they had this, some lady, some Indian chick had the brain damage.
Brain damage?
Yeah. And then some dude had his like
From
skull
getting stomped
fractured.
on? From getting
Yeah.
stomped on?
Oh, the lady?
Why
Yeah.
haven't they released the count for the injuries? And like, were there any more deaths? Like, what's
It said it was in
happening?
the hundreds, and they said there's more deaths. I think it's coming.
Ugh, that drives me crazy. Like, this has definitely impacted the world. Like, yeah, a lot of people are talking about this.
There's gonna be a lot of PTSD
For those kids.
for those kids. Yeah.
But even myself as a concert goer, I don't think I'll go to any trap shows.
I know. I was gonna say you're an adult, like.
But I go to those shows.
I know, but you're not gonna be in the crowd like that, though. Would you?
Never.
Now?
No, never.
Okay,
I would
then,
never.
so yeah.
But if I'm working it, I'm saying. But like if I'm going as a patron, no, I would never be up there. But if I'm working,
so you wouldn't have
say
to
I'm in
worry
that
about
pit, say I'm in a pit and they push the barricades, or you know what I mean, or they jump in and.
Why would you be in the pit though, Stacey?
Photography. You know,
okay,
the
but you know when it's gonna get crazy, you bounce out. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be like throwing bows. You're gonna take your pictures and be out, and people are gonna see you.
Yeah, but if you're working the show, you have to work the show. You can't just.
I know, but you're not in the crowd. You're not gonna jump with them. You're gonna be on the side taking pictures.
I know, but I'm just saying if somehow they breach the barricades, like I could just get smashed.
No, look at all the photographers that were there. They were behind the wall, the gate.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that crowd was super rowdy, and any crowds could get rowdy and just be goofy and do whatever they want. Like they were picking up those barricades and it was throwing them at the front.
Yeah, and you'll be a mile away taking a picture with your lens, because your lens can get up close, and then that's it. You'll be. Why are you trying to get into the mix? You're not. You'll be fine. You're fine. You're smart. You're not an idiot. If you were younger, I would worry, because I'd be like, Stacey's gonna get that. First of all, she's gonna lose her camera. She's gonna be mad. She's gonna take it out on the crowd.
They said people lost so many items. Like people had to come back and look for their stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy. Like that must have been some kind of like super force. Like, like what was going on?
There's a sea of hypnotized kids there. Like I don't know why, if you're a chick, you brought a purse, or if you're a guy or a girl trying to, hold up your phone. And when
like,
that bass drops again.
I need Apple to drop that video. Something.
What you mean?
I know Apple was live streaming that event. So
were they?
Apple has the footage. I'm about to look tonight.
But they cut the show short, right? They cut it short.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, did they get video of the crowd?
Well, you said they were filming it live, so yeah.
Like the drone, whoever drove the drone that night, like what was the drone footage? Like the drone footage had to have gotten it.
They're not going to give it to you. They're going to give it to the
public. I know. Yeah, no, but it's going to be released in the trial. How many cases is he at now? 8,000.
Last time I heard was 35, but
yeah.
And it's not just him, it's Live Nation.
I know. And they tried to throw Drake in it.
That's not going to happen. It's just going to be Live Nation and Travis.
Yeah. And the venue.
But my thing again is like,
They should have had
What
qualified
about the
medics.
other places though? I mean, you can say the same thing about Woodstock 99. Was it 99? Like, should they, I mean, do you blame security for what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you're always trying to find somebody to blame when something happens. It's like, okay, so you have a venue and you miscalculated the security. You miscalculated the rowdiness of your patrons. Like you miscalculated the food and the water. Okay. I mean, it happens. Now what? Now because your child dies or you die or whatever, like you want to blame somebody.
Of course. I would. I mean, I don't know.
Good luck.
I don't know.
I probably would too, but it's
they should have just, yeah, you would, because I mean,
because you're upset. You want to look for somebody to blame because you don't want to take accountability on the fact that you let your child go there.
Yeah, because even for that stampede in Sacramento, people still want a refund for that day because a lot of people didn't come back after they were in the stampede on Saturday.
And then Travis said he gave everybody their money back.
Oh, I know. That was smart.
Yeah, that was very smart. What else do you want from me?
Right, to cool some people out. But you see 35 cases and counting.
Because
and somebody might be doing a class action.
When you see somebody have a dent in their head, I mean, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because it's like, for me, it's like you went, you participated. I'm supposed to pay for what you participated in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
did you hear about the 9-year-old who came with his father and he's in ICU right now, like fighting for his life? A lot of people. Kid? Yeah.
Where was the father?
They got separated from the mob.
Why are you in the mix? Why are you in the mix? You're 9 years old.
Yeah, like it was an all-age event, but you could come 14 and under, you had to be with a parent. So they already knew, like, people love Travis Scott.
My thing is, like, he's done.
Maybe he didn't know. Maybe that dad didn't know the crowd, but you would never.
You should do your research.
Yeah, you should never have taken a child.
Did research. This is a hip hop. We are in the crowd. Any hip hop. When you at a KRS-One show, you're swaying back and forth. You know,
Yeah, but this is raging. Rage is different. Rage is different.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
Like parents need to beware. Yeah.
Yes, it's a different beat. It's hypnotizing. It's like a straight. There's like, you don't care about. You're hypnotized by the words because there's no substance in it. It's just like auto-tune and words. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah. I like his music. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
But now I'm like, dang, do I R. Kelly you?
But you're an adult though.
Yeah.
Adults can, which still baffles me that you like him, but adults can decipher, boo boo from real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can, like, I know, like, there's people who like work out to trap because there's no substance in it, so they can just focus on the music, the melody of the words, and then they can just work out. But if they're not going to do work out and listen to Pharoah Monch or Jean Grey or Mos Def, because it's more like cerebral music. You know what I'm saying? You want some dumb music, the beat, so you can focus on you working out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when you start listening to the lyrics, I mean, for me, I'll listen to the lyrics and I don't even like listening to it while I work out anymore, because it's just like, oh my gosh, what did you just say? What are you about to do? She about to swallow what? Like, it's too much. It's like, I don't want to hear
graphically, this. It's like graphically dumb for no reason. It's just like, it's just immature, dumb rap.
Yeah, basically. We're dumbed down all the way down.
Yeah, and this is predominantly listened to by young people. So what's that say about them when they grow up? You know what I mean? At least NWA had like pronunciation. I know what they're talking about. All gun talk, all gangster. I get it, but I never did it because I don't want to die. I don't want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because they had, outcomes when they talk their shit. CM, MCA, WC in the Mass Circle, NWA, ATL, like all the gangster shit that I love. E40, you know what I'm saying? JT the Bigger Figure. They all had like outcomes that were negative. You learn something from it. Now it's just like, gobble, gobble, swallow my nut, take this and that.
In her butt.
killing niggas, nigga, gun, opioid, fentanyl, drip, whatever, kill a nigga, steal a nigga, bitch, fuck a bitch.
Right, like even the relationship stuff is so toxic.
Put my balls in her chin.
Like the words are toxic. Like those physical words are toxic.
And your young women are listening to this, and your young men are listening to this.
Yes.
We're done.
Yeah, I heard my niece rapping some crazy lyrics. Oh, and I'm gonna have a conversation with her this weekend.
Well, you have a conversation with the parents. You shouldn't have a conversation with her.
What?
You have a conversation with the parents. What you mean? What?
I'm gonna talk to her.
You talk to the parents. Why is she listening to that?
It was on TikTok.
She don't know what's going on.
It was TikTok.
Talk to the parents. Why is she watching TikTok?
Because I don't know, she's of age.
How old is she?
13. Or well, she'll be 13.
Are you going to talk to her? Where are the parents?
They're there.
Are they? Then why are you talking to her? What she got to do with it?
Because that's my niece. I want to talk to her.
She don't know what's going on. She do not know what's going on. The parents do. Why are you talking to her? Her parents should be talking to her. Unless the parents don't care. That's not your job. That's their job, right?
No, that's my niece. My job too.
Mm.
I mean,
you did talk to the parents.
I told them. Well, not about this, but things in the past. One thing, but
yeah, you talked to the parents. They talked to her, right? That's not your kid. That's their kid. But they could, the worst part was
no, I see it as she's a teenager now.
The worst part of it is like, what 13. If they don't care?
Who?
The parents.
My brother, he cares. He definitely cares.
That's what I'm saying.
If he knows that's on there, she would probably be ended.
I'm saying, what if they don't care? And then you're going to the knee. Okay, I'm saying stop, listen now. What if they don't care and you talk to the kid? Like you're going straight, you're overstepping your bounds because that's not your kid. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but they know that I'll handle it appropriately. They're not worried about that. That's my niece.
I'm giving you a scenario of what's going on. If they weren't cool with it, what if they were already cool with her watching TikTok? They don't care.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Then you're overstepping your bounds because that's not your kid. I don't care if that's your niece. That's not your kid. That's their job, right?
Well,
but you're saying they care, so
yeah. But if you're saying you're not talking about my situation, you're just saying somebody. Parent who already knows
overstepping. Even if that is your niece or nephew, right? That's not your job. That's their job. If my sister had a kid and they're wild out like that,
I wouldn't tell
I would talk to her. I'm like, dude, are you letting your kid listen to that kind of music? I don't care, blah blah. I'm like,
that's not my niece or nephew. I wouldn't. I would definitely go to the parents.
She's not gonna listen to me. I'm not the parent. I'm just an uncle. Her parents already gave her the okay. Yeah, but your sister already said I could listen to it. Oh, now I look like an idiot. Saying this is bullshit. This is poison. Blah blah blah. Hypnotized. You're gonna be die at a Astro World show. Like this is all bad. No, my parents didn't listen to it. Okay, well, I'm just saying right now. Okay, that's all I can do. What can I? Well, I'm not the parent. What can I do?
Well, yeah,
You
no,
listen to me.
a lot of, I mean, I do know parents that allow their kids to listen to that kind of music.
I do too, and I think it's wrong. Are they? And then it's like, are they listening to the music? Because it's like, they could be like me. They could be like me, like, oh, that's not my hip hop, so I don't listen to it. But I listen to this hip hop because when I was young, I listened to hip hop too.
We had
like,
2 Live Crew.
This is not
DJ
the same.
Quick. Yeah, but we had 2 Live Crew.
Oh, DJ Quick, Black Pussy. Oh yeah, but it's not like now though. It's not like now though.
Like we knew what it was, but I mean, we didn't. But we didn't take it to heart. Like that's what I'm saying. Like for her, she's listened to these popular songs on TikTok. She probably don't know what it's talking about. You know what I mean? So I mean, no, she knows because this stuff is everywhere now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's too much access to it now rather than we didn't have like social media.
Yeah, because
it's not all over the place.
If WAP came out from Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, if that came out when we were little, we would find out the lyrics and be like, what? Oh, we would know what it means if we looked into it, you know? But I don't know. Kids don't really be paying attention, to be honest.
I mean, I know I don't have kids, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I do think they have more awareness now.
That's what I'm saying. Like even with me, like with porn, I was looking at porn back then too, and listening to NWA and whatever hip hop. Every hip hop song has some kind of nasty song on it. I mean, sex is part of life. So, I mean, I learned early through the music and porn. So. You know what I mean? I didn't have a sex talk with my parents. My sex talk came with my friends and porn and music and movies and regular movies.
Yeah, I do remember one conversation. I don't really remember how it goes, but it was just like, okay.
My conversation was, I'm too young to be a grandparent. That was the conversation.
Yeah, I'm so bad. Yeah, I'm so bad with memory. I swear mine was like birds and the bees or something crazy.
Actually birds and the bees talk?
No, like just something so basic like that.
Oh, I don't heard anybody who actually had the bird and the bees talk. I have to have somebody tell me they had that.
Yeah, because I was like, what would that even, but I don't know. I just remember it was something so basic. We were on the stairs and I was just like, okay. And just went about my day. It was like, okay,
and she went crazy. No, and then she went bananas.
You wildin'. But yeah. So hey, everybody has a story. Like, but I don't know. That's why you have to uniquely be yourself, people. And forgive yourself for a lot of stuff. That's also a big issue of
that's a big one,
yeah, why I believe people are depressed, because you do things and you have regret. You got to forgive yourself. You have to let things go and just change. Like that's 100%. The thing. Yeah, we got to grow, people. Like life
you learn from everything. You learn from every negative thing that you're enduring. You learn from it, and it's like touching the hot stove, or the hot pan on the stove, and then now you know what to buy a mitt. You know what I mean? Like you learn from it.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you learn from it and don't keep burning your hand on the stove.
Right. Yeah.
Because then your hand's gonna be burnt off.
Then you might want to see a shrink because you keep doing it. So something wrong.
Something wrong. Something ain't right. No, just kidding. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong.
Something just ain't right.
But you just, you gotta be awareness, recognize, and just have a goal of wanting to grow. And growing is so exciting. It just opens up different levels, keys, and levels and doors and windows. I don't know, of life.
Yeah. And all in all, just know that you'll be okay. You'll get over whatever, and you'll be okay. You just handle it your way, whatever way you do. There's no right or wrong way. Just go through the path, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, you just got to keep living, keep pushing, keep pressing. That's it. And just know it's always greater later.
Yeah,
Best
and,
is yet
I've
to
been
come.
depressed. I've had many spurts of depression. I'm still here. I'm still here talking to you, talking to Stacey.
Yep.
I mean, I'm
Yep.
still here. You know what I
And we
mean?
still
I have
writing.
I had suicide attempts, all that stuff, and I'm still here because it's okay. It's gonna get better. And I'm glad I didn't do any of that because I would have missed all those MCU movies, and I would have missed this podcast.
Okay. We love this podcast. This is so fun for us, guys. I love talking to Bishop.
This is our outlet, yeah.
Yeah. So we just love, there's so many things that happen. Get you somebody you could talk to in a safe space. And
yep.
Yeah. So this is probably another one of those shows that's gonna have an ongoing
Theme.
check-in. Ongoing check-in.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So
for sure, yeah.
But thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging with us, listening to us. I don't know. We're just all in this together. This guy. Yep.